Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to live coverage of Sunday's action from the Challenge of the Americas here in Tucson, Arizona, the Musselman Honda Circuit. Main event time here in Arizona. David Cole here. My name is Rob Howden. We are set to go with live coverage on eKartingNews.com, brought to you by KartingCoach.com. Drivers on the racetrack for their warm-up lap. Let's have a look at the grid for Junior. 22 drivers set to go. Stingray Robb on the pole position alongside Nick Bruckner. Row 2, David Alavia and Jeff Fulham. Row 3, Matt Keys and the 279 to David Rafaloff. Row 4, Trey Brown and Kellen Ritter. Row 5, Max Fedler and Justice Leppi. Row 6, Dante Yu and Tony Breidinger. Row 7, Stevie Pugsley Jr. and Sophia Price. Row 8, Miguel Ruiz and Everest Fedler. Row 9, Andy Breidinger and Jonathan Schoen. Row number 10, Logan Gonzalez and Zoe Edenholm. And row 11, Michael Mischoff and Mason Cohen. Those of you listening live on eKartingNews.com, again, as we always do, we want to thank you for being with us here on the broadcast. Looking forward to a great afternoon of 6 main events. Do us a favor, get on Facebook and Twitter, let everybody know that you're listening. eKartingNews.com/live. And if you want to send a shout out or just to tell us where you're listening from, we'll take the emails at news@eKartingNews.com. 22 drivers set to go here in Junior Max. Robb and Bruckner on row 1, Alavia, Fulham row 2, Keys and Rafaloff row 3, Brown and Ritter row 4, Fedler and Leppi row number 5. Drivers working their way into the staging lanes. The first of 6 main events from Tucson, up and ready to go. Looking at the flag, green, green, green. Outside row, didn't get a great jump, but they tucked in nicely into position. Everybody underway, 3 wide on the exit turn number 1. Front 15 cars look good. A little bit crazy further back, the final 7 or 8. 2, 3 wide coming through the final couple of corners. Away we go. Stingray Robb to the lead. Bruckner goes to second. Alavia third. Then it's the 231 of Fulham up into the 4th spot. So underway now in a 25-lapper for Junior Max. Down the back chute for the first time. Robb with the lead. Coming out of 11 and 12. Everybody settling in. Good start for Kellen Ritter as well. Ritter from 8th position, able to work his way to 5th. 5th spot for Ritter. But up front, Stingray Robb and the BBR karting number 204 leading the way. Front 3 drivers trying to stretch away a little bit here now. Robb, Bruckner, and Alavia. Tony Kart, Comp Kart, your top 3. Good little scrap here as well for 4th and 5th. That's Fulham versus Ritter, a couple of Canadians. Fulham from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Ritter from Vancouver, British Columbia. Coming down to get away from that cool Canadian winter for a little bit of Arizona sunshine. Ritter to the inside of turn number 1. Book it. He's through. Kellen Ritter goes to 4th with a good move inside Fulham. Matt Keys in the 225 right there as well. David Rafaloff at 7th. Trey Brown 8th. Justice Leppi 9th. And Tony Breidinger now running inside the top 10. The best we've seen Breidinger run in a couple years here on the Challenge. Stingray out front, trying to pull away here to score back-to-back victories. Bruckner's been strong as well. A couple of pole positions and a pre-final victory. Second yesterday, trying to chase down Stingray Robb here. Good battle out front. Ritter in fourth, Fulham fifth, Keys sixth, seventh, Brown, Leppy, and Breidinger your top 10. Stingray Rob out front by a half a second right now. He turned a 52.315 last time by. Resets fast time at 52.307. 6/10 now the lead. Kellen Ritter, though, about 2/10 quicker than David Alavia. Ritter on the podium yesterday, trying to do that again here today. You get that momentum, you get that first taste of the podium, the confidence in what you can do, and you often see drivers come back and do it again and again. Let's see if Ritter has anything for David Alavia. Behind that front-running quartet, it's Jeff Fulham in fifth, Matt Keys in sixth, Rafaloff seventh, Brown, Breidinger, and Leppy as Tony Breidinger now up into the spot. 10th, Justice Leppy, 11th, Dante Yu, 12th, Jonathan Schoen. Max Fedler up into 14th. Mason Cohen, 15th from dead last. Cohen started at the tail of the field in 22nd, now up into 15th position. Ritter quicker again by over a tenth from Alavia, back by just 0.8 of a second now. Bruckner sets his quick lap last time by a 52.350, quicker than the leader. So Bruckner not done. Once again, new fast lap for Bruckner. Bruckner quicker than Rob, Ritter quicker than Alavia. So we may find ourselves with some movement here, as we can have a challenge for the lead and the challenge for third. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th all running together. Fulham, Brown, Keys, and Rafaloff, the fastest driver in that group. Trey Brown in the number 228, a 52.494. Brown now able to get by Fulham for 5th. The gap between first and second and third and fourth continues to shrink with each passing lap. Rob only about a length and a half ahead of Bruckner, and Ritter, I want to say a half a second back of Alavia, but what a great battle it is behind them too. The rookie driver here in this junior category, Trey Brown, coming up from Minimax, looking so good here in the 5th position. He's actually been able to stretch away a little bit from this next battle of Jeff Fulham, Matt Keys, and David Rafferloff. They're really dicing it out for that spot too. Ritter just did a 3:03. 2/10 faster than Alavia. Couple great fights further back as well. The 2:44 just outside the top 10. That's the 2:44 of Dante Yu, and I believe the 2:27 of Mason Cohen. See, that might be the 2:20 of Michael Mishoff. It's Yu and Mishoff, 11th and 12th. Although Dante Yu just laid down a 52.799. Kellen Ritter now right on the rear bumper of Alavia. Looking for another podium finish. Closing in on the halfway point. Stingray Robb scored the victory yesterday, but man, Nick Bruckner not done in the 274. Nine, 10, and 11 having a good fight here as well. The final positions in the top 10. Tony Breidinger, Justice Leppy, and Dante Yu, I believe. So, you know, I think Tony Breidinger all by herself. I think that's actually 10th, 11th, and 12th. Indeed, Tony Breidinger, 9th position. Breidinger about 3.5 seconds ahead of Leppy, so Breidinger comfortably into the top 10 in 9th, actually trying to close up on Rafferloff now. She was actually quicker by about a half a tenth than David Rafferloff, so good run here for Tony Breidinger in 9th. New driver in the 3rd spot, Kellen Ritter, we believe, able to make a move on that position to get by Alavia. Let's have a look as they come down the back chute again. Indeed. Ritter into 3rd, where he finished yesterday, a podium finish. Like to do 2 of them here this weekend. He's going to try to stretch away from Alavia, who right there at the 232. Trey Brown by himself on the racetrack in 5th. Jeff Fulham 6th. 7th and 8th, a good little battle. Matt Keys and David Rafferloff. So these two fights for first and third, great to watch. Alavia watched Ritter go by, but does not let him get away at all. David Alavia right there. Here goes Bruckner to the inside of turn 4. First challenge for the lead, and we got one. Bruckner to the inside to take the spot away. He has been hounding Stingray Rob for the last couple of laps and finally pulls the trigger to get by. Bruckner into the lead. Down the back straightaway. Stingray Rob going to come right back by into turn number 11. Yes, under braking. Takes the spot. Bruckner will crisscross on the exit. This is going to be a race-long battle. Ritter runs in third. Alavia fourth. Trey Brown fifth. Sixth is Fulham. Seventh. New leader. New leader. Bruckner back to the front. Like I said, wasn't over. Bruckner now into the lead. Rob back to second. (10, 11, and 12 continue that battle. We highlighted them earlier. It's not done at all. Dante Yu is turning good laps to stay in front of Justice Leppy and Michael Mishoff. 52.745. Yu puts his fast lap down here on lap number 16 to hold that position over Leppy. Stingray Rob back to the lead. Oh, this one's going to happen here for the last 8 laps. 8 to go. It'll be 7 to go next time by. Bruckner again to the inside of 4 to take the spot. Good pass there for Bruckner into turn number 4, and that kept Rob to the outside, and he lost a bit of drive. Does Bruckner have the chance to pull away here now? Rob's got to get right back up on him if he wants to maintain control, maintain contact. He's right back there with a 2 length coming at a 12. Down the front chute. Yes, Stingray right back into the draft. This time down into 4. Bruckner still leads it. Rob right there with him. Good scrap for the lead. Great fight for third as well, the final podium position. Trey Brown by himself in 5th. Fulham 6th. 7th is Matt Keys. 8th, David Rafaloff. 9th, all by herself on track, Tony Breidinger. Looking to put down her best race. Stingray Rob in the 2:04 right there. Interesting to see the drivers in 3rd and 4th actually quicker than the leaders right now. They are slowly closing up, especially when they start racing for the lead. This is allowing Ritter and Alavia to close up with the leaders. Fulham in a great battle. Actually, rather, Keys and Rafaloff in a great battle further back for 7th. We'll keep looking at lap times as they come across here. 3 and 4 for Bruckner and Rob, 4 and 4 for Ritter and Alavia. So this time, still 2 seconds back. Tony Breidinger able to get by Rafaloff. She goes to 8th position. What a drive here for Tony Breidinger. Her best ever performance in challenge competition. Annie Breidinger back in the 17th spot, as we said. Tony Breidinger now up into 8th as we have a new leader. Tony Breidinger working with Rebecca Thompson as her tuner here this weekend. Diego Valverde helping out there as well. Great tandem. Oh, contact between the two drivers in first and second. Bruckner goes to the inside. Contact as he gets through there with Rob, and this is allowed Ritter and Alavia to close right up in here. A little bit of contact between Bruckner and Rob in turn number 1. Caught him up a little bit, and this has allowed Ritter and Alavia into the fight with 3 to go. It'll be 2 to go this time by. This one far from over. 4 drivers in the hunt for it. They've all been able to turn good lap times. 2 laps to go. Rob trying to close back up here. Right on the rear bumper. Ritter. With Ritter and Alavia. New territory for these 2 young drivers as they're ready to battle it out for a race win here. Ritter was on the podium for the first time yesterday. What is there a win in the cards for the young Canadian? Here goes Rob to the inside of turn 5. Ritter trying to capitalize as well. Right there in third. Through the S's. Down the back straightaway, and the white flag will fly this time by. Bruckner trying to get a run. He's going to go deep to the inside of Rob. Almost contact. Rob off into the grass. Ritter's your leader. Ritter, your leader right now. Bruckner tried to go to the inside to some very light contact. Stingray just tried to stay out of trouble and got caught up in the marbles and went off the grass. This one's going to come down to Kellen Ritter and David Alavia. Ritter going to try to bring a win home here after his 3rd place yesterday, or will it be a big victory for Comp Cart at J3 competition? David Alavia right there. Brother Michael having a good run in DD2, but Kellen Ritter looking to grab a victory here. No, here it goes. Contact with the 2 drivers. They spin. Contact going into turn number 9. Alavia slows. Ritter trying to get going. I want to say Bruckner still able to come through with the position. You got to be kidding me. Bruckner's going to get the win. Bruckner the victor. Alavia second. Rob third. Rough one for Kellen Ritter. Oh, contact over in turn number 9 as Alavia tried to go to the inside. Bruckner wins it after the issue that could have put him all the way back to 3rd. Alavia second. Stingray Rob 3rd. Trey Brown 4th. Jeff Fulham in 5th. Tony Breidinger up into 6th spot. Matt Keys 7th. David Rafaloff 8th. Kellen Ritter 9th. And Dante Yu rounds out the top 10. But contact over in turn number 9 as Alavia looked to the inside of the exit. A place where his brother Michael made a couple of passes in D2. We'll see what the corner workers have to say about that, because the contact sent Ritter spinning backwards. Both drivers actually kind of went off to the outside of the track. That allowed Bruckner to get the drive, because while Alavia was able to continue, he didn't have enough speed getting out of the corner. Bruckner, of course, at full speed, was able to outrun them coming out of turn number 10. So while it looked like Bruckner could see a victory go by the wayside after very light contact with Stingray Rob in turn 11 just a lap earlier, he ends up getting gifted the victory when the 2 drivers who were handed the lead end up having contact together. Bruckner, your winner. Alavia second. Stingray Rob third. That is your podium in Junior Rotax.